God, I miss that sound. Over the years, gaming has been improving its quality over quantity, and I do mean quality. And by that, I mean graphics. Boring. I wanted to make this video to talk about it. I think I want to share with you guys on how I feel about gaming and why I prefer my childhood games. I've grown up with a lot of games from my past. What made them so good, and why I go back to these games instead of the newer ones. This is a video that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, but I'm not exactly sure how to put it. Well, I'll do my best. When I was a kid, my first gaming console was the OG Nintendo, the original game. The first game I popped in was Super Mario Bros. 3. My first thought was, why was he holding the newspaper in his hand? Is he the paperboy? Still to this day, that still hangs over my mind whenever I look at the Mario sprite. I had Yoshi and Dr. Mario. I didn't care for those games like I did with Mario. Next came was the Sega Genesis. I never had too many games, but I remembered my cousin gave me his games when he had the PlayStation. Games like Street Fighter New Challenges, Mortal Kombat 2, and Sonic 1... Next was the N64. My first game was Diddy Kong Racing. I wanted a Super Mario 64, but I couldn't afford it. That game had two characters I cared about. Conker being my old main. He was cute, charming, dangerous... Why? Till Banjo stole the spotlight. His commercial Banjo-Kazooie made me want to rush to the store and get my hands on it. But money was tight, so I rented it at Blockbuster instead. Mortal Kombat Trilogy was my birthday gift I got. That game was loads of fun. There were a lot of characters there. Then came my personal favorite. Nintendo GameCube. I love this console. I had Super Mario Sunshine. I still hate that game. I had Luigi's Mansion and a few Sonic games. I never had a Wii, but I did get the Xbox 360 instead of the PS3, only to play Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie. I had a lot of nostalgia for these games. When I streamed a few games or did Let's Plays for the channel, people asked me if I played certain games they like. Or, have you played this game before? The answer was simple. Nope. But why was that? In my adult years, playing these modern games with Tori had me branch out to different games. Horizon Dawn, Spider-Man Remastered, and a few others. When I played some of these games, I enjoyed some of the gameplay, but on the inside there was something missing. Something that my inner childhood sat there while watching the other kids play. Graphics. Being a Nintendo guy, sort of, I've been asking myself why I played the old games. What made them so good? The style of gaming back in the day had sprites, cel-shaded, and a cartoony charm to it that separates the video game aspect from the modern realistic nature. Wow, graphics! I can look at that outside. Wow, look at these graphics! Wow, look at these graphics! I'm gonna order a pizza. This story is so beautiful! Sure. Look, I've been hearing you ramble about the story and graphics for 10 minutes. Can I please see some gameplay? Who cares about the gameplay? This is art! This is what gaming is all about! I can just watch the cutscene for 2 hours! Oh my god, get me out of here. Realism. A trend that's been going on for a long time. For me, this started back in the Xbox 360 and the PS3 era. When GTA 4 was announced, back then, I thought it was cool, but now? No. Every modern PlayStation or Xbox games follow this photorealism faces that don't make me want to play it. Why are graphics so important? What's so special about a happy little tree? What's so great about these freckles on some guy's face? Uh-oh, there are water drops touching her face. Let's all at it and say how amazing these graphics are. I mean, for God's sakes, I can say this about myself if I'm looking into a mirror. Let's focus on the details on the eyes. We need to make every little detail possible. Let's up the resolution. This is a problem that's really starting to bother me. I look at these graphics and I don't care. Why does every game need to focus on graphics? Isn't gameplay important? Back then, consoles grew stronger and stronger with higher quality. 480, 720, and 1080p. Isn't that enough? No, let's get even crazier. 2K, 4K, 8K. Do we really need all that quality? I feel like the quality during the Wii U era looked fine. You can argue they're showing off the console and what it can do, but only if the game needs it. Let's talk about the old games now. What made Mortal Kombat so great is not just the gameplay, but the style. Mortal Kombat on the arcade was a classic. It had all the actors turn into pixel sprites. The time and effort it took to make these actors look like they're in a fantasy world, versus now, realism. The 3D Mortal Kombat games were okay. Some were corny, but charming. Mortal Kombat 9 stood out because they were telling a story of all the classic Mortal Kombat games. The graphics weren't as realism, but it had a glossy, waxy style to it. What if Mortal Kombat went for an anime mature style? Like some dark animes you see on Adult Swim. Something like Boondocks. I don't know, I think it fits. Imagine a 3D cel-shaded anime style for the future MK games. Sadly, I've lost interest in the games over the years. Did Mortal Kombat 1 really need to happen? No. A friend of mine called it Mortal Kombat 1 Part 2, which makes sense. If you want better Mortal Kombat quality, go check out the Mugen versions of Mortal Kombat. The talents of these fans were able to sprite edit characters and give them a whole new look, making them feel new and fresh. My personal favorite is when they use the clips from MK9 to the classic MK characters. Whenever I hear Raiden, all I can hear is this tree. Yes, I call Richard Epcar a tree. 'Cause he's tall! He's a shack! Picking on Nintendo for a sec. Why was Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 so good? They had 3D models that turned into 2D sprites. I've played Donkey Kong Country Returns, and it doesn't feel the same. The game wasn't bad, it's just something about that game that made me want to play the original. Maybe it has something to do with forcing me to play as DK the whole time, or the fact that the characters don't sound how they used to sound from the N64 era. But that's just a mystery. Spider-Man Remastered was a great game. Well, almost. But I feel like it could have had a style to it. Like maybe a cel-shaded matching up with the comics. The movie Spider-Man Miles Morales looked great. Why can't the game look like that? Why does Miles look like this? Can we bring back the popcorn afro? The old school Tomb Raider games. Look how stylized it is. I love how she looks like that in the game. It makes her more unique. Now, I never grew up with the PlayStation, but I did come across the pointy, polygon, this ugly thing. Then it turned into this. When I saw the cover of this, I thought, hey, this looks like the next-gen console. The PS3. I can't wait to see Laura look like that in the game. But, like every virus, it was infected by the realism. Just like everything else. Let's compare the Zelda series. I hate the top-down look. And I know, the Zelda Pooliders are gonna scream at me saying, "You're a cuckoo-head! You have drooled on the ground that the two people can never look at again! It's not polite! It's not polite!" Why do I hate the top-down? Easy. It makes combat worse. Till Ocarina of Time solved the problem. All hail 3D Zelda games. 3D Zelda games tried more of a unique look and feel to it. They never changed much of anything other than different looks. Age of Calamity had a cel-shaded style. Wind Waker had a cel-shaded style that everybody hates, including me. It was trying something new and somehow it works. It didn't break or kill the game. Now, imagine Zelda going for a realism look. No! I'll just leave it for the Pooliders. Hyrule Warriors is the closest game with beautiful graphics. Seriously, why hasn't there been an Ocarina of Time remake with these assets? Can I get a Hyrule Warriors Age of Time? Age of Twilight? Age of Wind Waker? Ooh, bad idea because people are gonna hate the cel-shaded graphics all over again. Okay, how about an Age of Subscribe? Oh, thank you guys. Moving right along. GTA Vice City is the first game I've played at my friend's house on his PS2. Then I got it on PC and I played this beast. A lot back then. I love the terrible graphics, the chunky style, and its bad gameplay. I love it. The earlier GTA games were not realistic. Each one grew stronger and the graphics got better as the years went by. As for GTA 4, oh god. This is where the GTA series started to go for a realistic style. The driving control stinks. You slip and slide all over the place and you'll be crashing into a wall before you can shut the game off. Oh, I can hear those pool lighters now.
That's not fair! Rockstar worked hard to rub butter on your television! You have ruined my toaster with your hatred of the bologna! It's not polite! It's not polite!
Okay, back to GTA 4. The style you can say is in the middle of the old and new. It doesn't look as realistic, but it was okay. Till GTA 5 happened. The trailer for GTA 6 came out, and while people were making cooing noises over graphics, my reaction was, oh my god, look at these graphics! Oh my god, look at these graphics! Oh my god, look at these graphics! Is there gameplay? Anyone else remember when games would advertise their games back in the 90s or the 2000s? It was crazy. They would overhype a game with their wild and crazy comedy sketch. It was all about gameplay, not story or graphics. Just you in the game. Sometimes the story, yes, as long as it's not a marathon of cutscenes. I'm looking at you, Kingdom Hearts 3. I will continue to hate this series and mock you for the rest of your miserable, confusing, thoughtless, and never thought out planned life. Nomura, I'm not gonna let you live that down.
Espera! You leave my series alone or I'm telling my abuela!
And I've watched Tori play through Metal Gear. I wanted to die. So many cutscenes, Jesus Christ. Speaking of confusing games, let's pick on Kingdom Hearts. Aside from its headache plots, the art style in that game looks good. I like how the characters have chicken fingers without ketchup. For some reason, when the characters are far or somewhat close, their faces magically turns into textures. They would copy and paste their models in every complicated games that Mixnut creator would fart out. Till Kingdom Hearts 3 that matches their theater cutscenes. CGI cutscenes. Yeah, as a kid, I used to call them theater cutscenes. After quitting on that peanut allergy, I heard there was a fourth wall break. Yeah, no thanks. Graphic-wise, the game looks good, but I don't know. I don't know why they went with this art style. I thought Kingdom Hearts 3 looked better. Playing it is like two idiots who can't speak English. Okay. Getting serious now. These are my reasons why I stay with the old games, and more focus with games I've played in my childhood. After playing a few PlayStation games, it's no wonder why I come back to Nintendo. Don't get me wrong, I'm not blinded by nostalgia. I'm not one of those people who will get upset or offended on how people play. I will love or hate anything. Games today have lost their quality over the years, but some people enjoy it. Marvel Rivals has an interesting look to it. It's not for me personally. I've played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge with a friend, and I was amazed with the game. And you wanna know a secret? I'm not a Ninja Turtles fan. It is a beat-em-up game while returning to its pixelated classics. Same as Sonic Mania. It was a huge callback to the classics. And I do mean huge callback. I've always wondered why Super Mario Bros. 3 or Street Fighter or any game would not go back to that look. I feel like it would be a callback to the old fans. Streets of Rage 4 had nice graphics. By the way, you should download the Streets of Rage remake. It's a classic, combines all three games, tons of content, loads of options. It's better than Streets of Rage 4. Wait, what was I talking about again? Now that the Nintendo sequel is out, I've heard not good things about it, but I'm more interested in the GameCube. I've tried modding my Wii U to play GameCube games, and that didn't go well. So I dug up my old GameCube games to escape from the modern realism style today. And that's what everybody needs in life. To escape realism, to play a fantasy video game. Nowadays, video games don't look like video games. I miss looking at sprites and cel-shaded style from the games I played. I would love to see the original Hyrule Warriors style take assets from the game to make a remake Zelda game with stylized graphics. I miss when video games look like video games. Nowadays, it just feels like somebody's following you with a camera, just you doing these weird shenanigans. Which would work if you take off the health, time thingy, whatever you guys have on screen, whatever the name is. The modern GTA games took all that with its realistic roots. Enemies would shoot me from a mile away, and I can't see where or who I'm getting shot from. And don't even get me started with the overpowered police, because we'd be here all day. There are some games I might try, but I'll get bored too fast and play the old ones instead. God, these faces. They look like how characters are reimagined in AI. Look at this. It's a shame that my games I've grown up with just aren't the same anymore. Games play differently. Characters don't look the same or even sound the same. The gaming industry, from what I've been told, has hit rock bottom. From prices, whatever. Maybe they just don't care. Or I think it's safe to say that we've grown tired of these games and it's past our generation. I miss when old games were complete. Once it's released, that's it. Nowadays, companies take advantage of patches and updates, re-releasing a game, and a few months or a year later they will release a DLC. Microtransactions, ugh. Some modern PlayStation and Xbox games have single players, but some have online multiplayer? What? I came across RetroLife on Facebook, and I've watched his video and it really hit hard. He said that RetroLife has become more antisocial. He feels like you gotta have a headset on playing games online. He misses when you would have a buddy come over with a game or a controller, and you're eating pizza and you're having the grease on your controller and just laughing and having a good time. And I agree with him. I've done that in my childhood, and I'm sure most gamers do that today. Kids these days will never know the struggles we go through, and they've missed out. Boy, you make fun of old people talking about their stories, and now listen to me. I'm doing the same. Our generation had it made. People like AVGN mentioned the Super Nintendo was the last of its classics. Now I'm starting to think the Wii was the last for me. I'll always come back to play the old era. You just can't beat the classics.